The narcissist is possessed by archonic forces that run on codes and loops. See, the narc seeks out empaths to insert their system to feed off of the light force, which is the energy of your emotional responses, your reactions, your trauma bonding with them, being intimate with them. See, they are trapped inside of a spiritual program, which is a force that thrives on repetition, emotional chaos, and this unconscious cycle. See, if you pay attention to narcissists around the world, they run the same script because this program is ran on one thing: your emotional energy. And see, that's why they search for empathic people, because they want your compassion, your forgiveness, your ability to see potential in others, because that is the fuel that keeps this system running. It keeps the cycle alive. Trauma bonding is nothing but a loop. Every argument, every apology, every breadcrumbing affection, every silent treatment is designed to keep you reacting instead of reclaiming yourself. Then, the intimacy is when the spiritual connection, the spiritual cord becomes even stronger. Your guard come down. That trust is established, which makes that trauma bond, this loop, very hard to break. That cycle, it just repeats. The love bombing, the devaluation, the discard, and the hoovering is just an ongoing cycle. It's a program, it's a system ran on codes. Pay attention, people. The battle is not against a person. You up against a system, a pattern, a cycle. But the moment you stop reacting, this loop, this system starts to collapse, because they are not human. They are possessed by an archonic force. They have bent the knee to one polarity: their ego, their appearance, reactions. They want your energy. That's how they feed. That's how they keep it going. That demon needs to feed off you, because a program without your energy has nothing to feed on. That's why you have to protect your peace, protect your mind, protect your spirit. Because if you don't know what's wandering this earth and you just out here dating, then you're going to become a victim. And see, people have no clue. People just out here want to date and just want to have fun. But when they end up trapped inside of a system, they don't know what to do, because their emotions are so invested. They are dealing with something that they have some people may have never dealt with, and they don't know where to start. People may have had kids, got married. That is the trap. And sometimes we got to do what we got to do. We have to admit we made that mistake. We had children by them. People ask me all the time, I had kids, but I don't know what to do. Let them go. Disappear. Don't live up to the world's expectations on what you're supposed to be doing. Leave. You don't have to explain yourself to people that have no clue what you're going through.